Hi guys, welcome to Baking with Novon. I am your host, Novon Baita, and today I'm going to be showing you how to bake loaded peanut butter cookies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, okay? Okay, so the first step that we're going to start with is getting your bowl and getting the right tools for you to cook with. So you're going to need something like a big spoon or something to mix. And like I said, you're going to need a bowl. You're going to need something that has teaspoons on it, something to measure teaspoons. If you don't have any of these, you can use a regular small spoon, one of these and stuff, 5-10 times smaller than that. Also you're going to need some measuring cups. You can find all this stuff for $1, like at the local dollar store. This whole thing actually is going to be under $20, but that is not going to be including the tools that you're going to use. If you add the tools, then I think it'll come to about, well, not metal tools. If you use like dollar store brand tools, it would come to probably like $25 or something like that, which is still pretty good for a dessert that's going to last, for a couple of days, and you made it yourself from scratch. So, first you're going to start with, the butter. You can do it any way you want. So, you're going to do a whole stick of butter. It's going to be at least, if you're going to use a measuring cup, you're going to use how much was it? You're going to use a half cup. A half cup of butter. So this is basically this in stick form. Okay? So you're going to use a half stick of butter. A whole stick of butter, or the measuring cup to figure that out. And then you're going to get your peanut butter. You can use whatever brand you want to use for this. You can use the chunky peanut butter, but for this purposes, I'm just going to use the regular creamy peanut butter. This is Skippy. So it says that you're going to need to use a half cup of peanut butter. Okay. So, oh my God, how am I gonna get this out? This spoon is too big. Okay, so guys, I had to go get a spoon real quick because I was not gonna be able to get this peanut butter off without having something to dig it out with. So, I'm gonna get a little regular spoon. I'm gonna fill up the half cup of peanut butter. Okay, so you're gonna press it down. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna press this all the way down until it's, you don't see anything around the sides. Let me see, put that back in there. Remember, you got your nice clean bowl with a stick of butter in it, or you could just use the half of a cup. Okay, so you're gonna add that peanut butter in there. Okay. Alright. Try to get all that peanut butter. As much of it as you possibly can. I'm actually going to take a little bit more of this peanut butter and just throw it in there just for the hell of it, because it's not enough. I don't know why it said this was ingredients that I got off the line. That wasn't like my own little personal ingredient, so I'm gonna make it my own, of course, like at the end you'll see how I do that, but this is not my base, this isn't my base ingredient. So I know that I had a recipe that I used to use that used like a whole can of like a whole jar of this. Instead of like half of it, this is like half. So okay, so you're gonna throw your egg in. See, now you got your egg. And then you're gonna throw in your sugars. So let's see. I'm going to need half a cup of sugar, regular sugar, and I'm gonna need a half a cup of, how much is this? Okay, that's 1/3. Okay. I just have Okay, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup, but I'm going to use it twice, and that's going to be 1/2. Okay, so you know, because this is already filled with peanut butter, and you don't want to like get peanut butter all in your sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and dump 2 nice healthy portions of sugar, of regular sugar in there. Do not get Confederate sugar. Confederate sugar is the kind of sugar that you would use for decorations, like if you're like, you know, it adds flavor to a degree, of course, but it's more for decoration than anything else. Oopsie. Well, you know, if it spills in there, if it's extra sugar, it spills in, you know, it just makes it more sweeter, so it's okay. So let's get that in there, and okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna use my hands. Boosh. Okay. Just like that on down, and where am I gonna put you? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put you right there. No, I shouldn't have put you right there. I'm gonna put you somewhere. Boosh. Here, that's good, because I'm not gonna use that too much. And I have like a little towel. So I have a little towel near you too, because I'm like, it's starting to get so clustered. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting claustrophobic. There's so much stuff. Okay, so we're gonna start mixing this up. It's really the next part that really makes it into the cookie. This is just getting the peanut butter sweet. It's getting the, or not, yeah, more like, you know, incorporating the sugar, so yeah, it's getting it like a sweet flavor and more buttery, creamy taste to it. So you can see that it's like chunks of butter in there. It's supposed to be room temperature, but you know what? It really doesn't matter if it's room temperature or not, because you can just smash it until it's, you know, dissolved enough that it'll blend in, you know? And you just keep going. You're gonna be blending this for a while. Keep going. And as you can see, like, I wish you guys could smell this. Like, it smells like peanut butter cookies right now. Like, doesn't it smell like peanut butter cookies? I'm talking to my recorder, my what do I call it? A cinematographer. Like, it literally smells like cookies already. So, but it's still wet. Like, you see, it doesn't have any of the dry ingredients in it, you know. So we have to, you know, get that butter really dissolved. Like, you want that sucker to be really dissolved. You don't want it to be showing any big chunks of butter in there. So, I mean, eventually it'll dissolve anyway, but I try to get it down, because then it'll blend in so much nicer when you put the dry ingredients in. Okay guys, so once that gets all nice and mixed up and all that's great, you're gonna start doing your dry ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with some baking powder and baking soda. Okay. Now, baking soda has multiple purposes. I know people are probably thinking like, oh my god, this guy's gonna use baking soda, like the kind that you keep in your refrigerator. That, you know, I used to think that it would like kill you if you like ate it, but apparently people put this in their food and they eat it. So we're gonna do it today too. No, I'm sorry. So what is it? That's 1 tablespoon of baking soda. No, not tablespoon. No, 3/4. Okay, so 3/4. Yeah. So this is 1/4. I'll take that, and then baking soda. Cool. So I'm going to use a 1/4 tool to make 3/4 of the baking soda, okay? So I'm going to use this 3 times, okay? To get the total of 3/4, okay? Because this is 1/4. So, and make sure it's a tablespoon, and I mean a teaspoon. I'm telling you to be careful, and I'm messing up. Make sure it's a teaspoon and not a tablespoon. Because if it's a tablespoon, the quantity of it is going to be a lot more, and you don't want that. Trust me. 'Cause, this actually helps. This helps. Okay, let me see. Wait. Down 1/4. Okay, then 1/4. So I'm using the right tool, so that's good. This helps the rise of the cookies. So once you add the baking soda, the baking powder, it helps it rise. Okay, so you can kind of use that to help get that off, and then use 1/4 tablespoon of that. Okay, so now that we've used the baking soda, the baking powder, we're going to use the next dry ingredient, which is going to be, why not salt? Since we're going to mix this all up at the end anyway, it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. So 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So, okay, that takes care of the salt. Now we're going to add our last ingredient for the base. Now, this is the base. So if you want to make basic cookies, this is what you will need. Okay? I mean basic, what do you call it? Basic peanut butter cookies. This is what you would need. Okay? Boosh. So you're gonna boom. That was one. I'm doing 1 1/4 cup of flour. Okay. So that was 1 1/4 cup of flour again. Okay, so that's all the ingredients. Now, you're gonna mix this up together, okay? At the end, you're gonna let this sit. Once it's nicely blended together, you're gonna let this sit. Now, this is just for the basic peanut butter cookie. I'm gonna go into the next steps to make my own variation of peanut butter cookie. So, you will still need to let it refrigerate for 2 hours. So, you're gonna need to let this, refrigerate for 2 hours, and this is a really messy. Like, come in. So, yeah, as you can see, the cookie dough is starting to come all together. It's starting to get a lot thicker. Looks really creamy still. This is how your cookie dough should look if you want peanut butter cookies. And you notice all the butter, all that excess butter, all those chunks that were left are now gone. They've all dissolved. Okay. So you're just gonna go ahead and mix that just up a little bit. You don't need to mix it up for too long. Okay. Okay. Voila. So this is that. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the side, and we'll be right back, okay? To show you how to do the other variations, okay? All right, guys, so I put some of the cookie dough to the side, the peanut butter cookie dough to the side, so anybody who doesn't want the explosion that I'm about to do can have the basic kind, okay? So I like to take Reese's peanut butter cups, especially when I'm doing peanut butter cookies. They also have a Nutty Bar, which has a bunch of different things in it. Milk chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. I love caramel and cookies. So, and then we have some regular nuts, regular peanuts. They also have a little bit of salt on it, which is okay. Actually, you know what? You can take care of that. Come follow me. What? No, don't follow me. I'll be right back. I'm like, don't follow me. I just can't right now. Alright guys, so I went ahead and cleaned the peanuts. I got them in $2 for $1, so they were salted. They weren't like unsalted peanuts, so I had to just sprinkle a little bit of water on them to get them unsalted so that it wouldn't add to the salt that was already in the cookie dough. Okay? You don't want too much salt into it, Let's try to make it a little healthy so you don't, let's not give ourselves an early grave too fast. Okay? Anyway, we're going to take those peanuts into the end. Okay, just a little bit. Go ahead and take those. Okay, so then you're going to take the peanut butter. You're going to take the wrapping off. You can either just throw it in there Yeah, just go ahead and throw it in there. Boosh. Throw it in there. Why not? Because I can chop it up with the spoon. That way my hand won't get too messy. I'll just make sure that the paper's off of it and it's good to go. So go ahead and do the same thing with the Reese's peanut butter bars that have the caramel on them. So I'm going to break these up just a little bit because I don't want it to be too rough trying to break all of these candy bars and stuff up. Oh, this one's leaking. Look at that. Wow. That looks good. Looks good. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to break that up a little bit. Baita. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and start breaking that sucker up, breaking all of it up. Make sure it's all nice and evenly spread, you know, distributed as far as all the chocolate and the peanut butter and the peanuts, everything. You know, you got your caramel in here, so it makes it really different. It makes it very unique. It takes the regular recipe, it makes it, you know, a little special. You know, it's not something you see too often, especially made from scratch. So, and for under $20, or about $20, I should say. It's like $18 and some change. So, I'm pretty sure the price may vary depending on where you are. So, let's just say for $20 for right now. Okay. Yeah, you see how thick that made it? It made it super thick. And when the caramel is gonna get spread it through it, even more so when I actually start to bake it. The caramel is just gonna make it spread, and then it'll get like hard once it dries, and it'll have that little crunch to it. It'll be delicious. Okay, guys, so this is the finished product of the Explosion peanut butter cookie. Remember, I had some put to the side, so you would actually have a little bit more dough than this if you just decided to go and use that whole batch for yourself. This is gonna make you at least a good 2-3 dozen cookies, depending on how big or small you like your cookies. So, it's gonna take a 2-hour resting period still for the cookies. Probably not even that long since it has the candy bars and all the other stuff. Would probably bring that temperature down. But it all depends on what kind of candy bars you're using too, I guess. And how many you're using, because I used a lot, as you can see. So, I'm gonna show you a picture of the finished product, all baked up and ready to eat. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I look forward to doing more episodes for you and showing you how to make desserts for cheap prices.